peace and consolation. Today's verse is taken from the Gospel according to Luke chapter 19 verse 41. It reads, "And when he approached and saw the city, he wept over it." Jesus is on a donkey riding towards the city of Jerusalem. Soon he will be mocked, beaten, humiliated, and crucified. Right now, however, he looks over the mighty walls and thinks about the city that holds the temple of God. The people there, the nation, will not accept him as their Messiah. Jesus also weeps, thinking of the future destruction that is in store for the city, that in Anno Domini 70, the Romans tear down the very stones. Those who go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem very often have the opportunity to stop in an evocative sanctuary that stands on the ridge of the Mount of Olives, a few meters from the garden where the agony of Jesus took place. This sanctuary takes the name of Dominus Flevit, and more is none other than the traditional place where the episode recounted in today's verse is thought to have occurred. Approach, see, and cry are three verbs that recall the resurrection of the son of the widow of Nain. That time, Jesus had dried that mother's tears, and this time it is he himself who cries. But the power of Christ's tears consists precisely in his ability to dry the tears of others. The only thing that really makes love suffer is when someone doesn't accept being loved. Jesus is the unloved love. Consoling Jesus, therefore, means accepting to be loved by him. Jerusalem represents the most total closure, the self that wants to eliminate everything that prevents it from being at the center. You cannot save Jerusalem by force, just as you cannot save those you love by force. We can only provoke the freedom of others, but never replace it. Fortunately enough, God never stops trying. His mercy is ever creative. Today, we must let ourselves be evangelized by the tears of Jesus. We cannot remain indifferent to the immense love with which he loves each and every one of us. We are Jerusalem, and those tears are for us. What decision can we make today to dry that face? Jesus weeps over Jerusalem because he was unable to recognize the time in which it was visited. Will we be able to do it? Will we be able to recognize the time of his visit in our personal lives and in history? Yesterday as today, Jesus continues crying. Today he cries through the eyes of many who suffer because of war, of those who try to offer help, prayers, who try to weave peace. And we know how to cry. If yes, for what? Let us remember, Jesus cries not only for Jerusalem, but for each and every one of us. It is a cry full of compassion and love, because Jesus knows how much suffering we experience when we reject him. And he gives his life so that we recognize his visit, his presence in our midst. Every day, the Lord visits us and knocks on our door. Dominus Flevit. We ask for the grace to grieve. We ask for the gift of sincere tears when seeing a brother who is lost or at risk of being lost. We cry for our own sins and the sins of the others, that the Lord may strengthen us in our struggle not to be indifferent to the cries of the world, to the cry of Christ himself. Have a nice day.